Hello YouTube pipe community, this is Smartiebob here in central Indiana. It's Wednesday, October the 5th. How do I know it? Well, I looked on my watch. And I'm going to be smoking today. This is my really late getting started today. Rat Race Coloss. It's a filtered. In it I got some Peter Stokeby. It says it's PS41 cube cut. I do like the cube cut. I don't know what the PS41 is. Evidently they don't know it or don't want to type it either. I packed it so loose with this cube cut, I just put it in there and just let it fall down, kind of tap it a little bit in the bowl, and it'll kind of settle down. Top it off, barely put a little bit of pressure on it. So this is really kind of in there on its own. It's a gravity fed pipe today, but for some of these blends it works best that way. Probably that'll be the last time I have to light that up. I don't know, we'll see. Got my coffee. Today I got a little bit of cream and some honey in it. I used to farm for years in a small town west of here, and I had beehives and collected honey. Honey is a wonderful sweet source. It beats sugar a lot. And if you guys get a chance and you have a local beekeeper there, you need to buy his honey, or go to a store that carries local beekeeper's honey. You take a look at what a guy invests in the work, and first of all he's got to buy this hives and buy the frames and buy all that stuff and then get bees and put in there, and really does a lot of work, a lot of time just to get a pound of honey. It's amazing. I don't have anything in particular to say, but I guess I just tell you what's on my mind. You heard me talk before about the great YouTube pipe community presenters we have on here. I want to share a few of them with you. First of all, I'm an admirer of Hobbiton Piper, Kevin. He keeps his channel on food, drink, and tobacco pipes, tobacco related. He really does a great job. His success shows you how good he is. A year and a half ago, about a year ago, he was celebrating his 500th subscriber. Now, I don't know how many thousand he's got, but when you get on YouTube, sometimes you want to have a good time and see somebody doing something that's pleasant and happy, and you don't want to get beat up. So he does a great job. Another good guy that was really good, everybody liked, was called Matches 860, and everybody knows about Matches. In his latter years of broadcasting, he went inside and But when you watch his earlier videos, they're outside, and he's on break from his lunch where he works, and he walks out in the woods, and got different parks he goes to and shows you all kinds of pretty trees and water and lots of wonderful things. Well, I want to tell you about a channel, who this guy does great videography. He shows campfire cooking. He shows cutting up the potatoes and the onions and the garlic, and shows you how to build a campfire. Takes you on hikes. Shows you how to pitch a tent. A lot of his videos, there's hardly any sound in it at all because you're in awe of his videography, the trees and the paths and what he's doing. And then, of course, after the meal's done and things are set aside, he usually sits down and shares a pipe with you. He'll show you the pipe he's smoking. He'll show you the tobacco. And he'll sit down there and just silently light it up, and you can see the enjoyment on his face, the pleasure he's having. Where he tends to smoke them, sometimes it's around the campfire, other times it's out next to the river or lake or on a rock or wherever he is. His name, or his channel name, is Classical Space Pipes. I'll put a link to it down here, but it's capital C and then Classical, and space and capital P, and then Pipes. The reason why I emphasize it so much is if you go just on YouTube and you type in Classical Pipes, you get all kinds of musical things, people blowing their horns, and you get some classic music playing and operas and all kinds of stuff. But if you type it in exactly the way I said it, you should get it on there. Anyhow, his channel's about camping, cooking, pipe smoking, hiking, and he also shows you the state parks he goes to, their facilities. Just a real interesting, satisfying, low-key videographer. Don't take you in the weeds. Speaking about going in the weeds, I'll talk about one thing I saw on the news today. That's the guard dog. Be still. Be still. Be still. It's windy, trash day, and she sits and watches these people take out the trash. She's got to bark at them. We had a college or university whose computer system was hacked by, they believe, somebody in Russia. They're not sure about it yet. The FBI is investigating it, and our computer resources of the FBI. Everybody's waving hi and take out the trash. Heidi, stop. So it was hacked. They did get it shut down before the particular bank of students and their social security numbers and all that was not gotten into. They weren't unable to get the section that had the students' names and their grades in it, but so it would sound like it was a partial hack. But those the hackers wanted $12 million sent to them in Bitcoin or some kind of make-believe coin. We also have a organization that's advertising on TV. I forget their name. CRS. But their whole advertisement is telling the public, tell Congress to stay out of our internet. Tell Congress to leave our internet alone. They shouldn't be able to control any of it, or leave us alone. And when you start controlling that, you're controlling our e-business, and that's bad for capitalism. And listen, we owe the internet to the U.S. government and IBM and a few other places. When you really start reading about computers, Apple and Microsoft, they were really latecomers to the game. They saw that the John Q. Public was having problems managing their computers, didn't know all that computer language, so they made something simple like Windows or boxes or whatever you want to call it. Apple had first. Apple actually had Windows before Windows had Windows. But there's reasons our government must get in control of the internet and controls the internet and keeps a lot of that stuff off there. If not, if it was just wide open to the world, none of us could get on the internet without all of our stuff being stolen, unless we don't put anything in on our computers, our phones, our watches, or whatever. Well, this is way too long. Just smoking my morning pipe. Boy, this thing's a big bowl. I'll be out here probably another hour, but maybe not, because to the right there, to the south of me is south, and that's where the sun comes across. My house, front of the house, faces the north. You sit out here on this deck, the sun hits this brick, and it just becomes an oven out here. Now, if you went out there and away from this house, it's only about 50 some degrees, 55, 58. It's supposed to go to about 72 today. But you sit in here, you'll work up a sweat. I had somebody comment, said, oh, the weather's nice here. Well, it is nice as far as we don't have any clouds and the sun's shining. But it's actually chilly when I get off this porch. We're really liking this PS41 Stokeby, whatever the PS is. I'm going to sit out here and drink my coffee. Yesterday was just a memory. Tomorrow's a promise. I want you to have a good day. Now, nope.